Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I'm Roxanne, and we are live in MusicTown Detroit. I'm so excited to have a little audience in here. Yay. We have our WYCD listeners. We have some Detroit police officers here to protect us because we have Cale Dodds in the building.
Trouble.
He's Trouble from Georgia, of course, out in Nashville now, new country singer. Welcome to Detroit.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So we're very excited that it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And we have a guy, right, ladies? And I brought you something, so we're going to kick this off really quick.
Oh, wow. A gift already.
You know, I had to make sure you had a Valentine.
Oh, my gosh.
That's for you.
This is a straight way to my heart right here.
Right.
Chocolates. Thank you.
That's courtesy of my 11-year-old daughter who had some extras, and I thought, I'm going to bring one to Cale.
You didn't have to go through the I had an extra one laying around thing.
Oh, well, you know, but I was thinking that
in
that
my
would
mind,
be...
you went out of your way this
I
morning,
just
late to
blew
work,
that.
by a Walgreens and snagged something. But thank you.
You're welcome.
I also have a gift for you.
Nice.
I do. Yeah. I'd love to give them to you right now, if that's okay.
Let's do it.
But these weren't extras. I actually went out of my way.
Wow, now
with
I
my
feel
rep
really bad.
on the way here, and they didn't have the ones I wanted, so we had to ask the bakery to specifically make the ones that I had in mind for you today. So
you really went out of your way.
These are 5 gourmet cupcakes.
Thank you. Look at that.
Made with special sugar from across the pond. So
Thank you.
That's a special thing right there.
Women love this stuff on Valentine's Day. So are you more the heartbreaker or the heartbroken?
Man, it depends on who you ask. If you listen to the songs, you'll probably say the broken. But I'd probably say I've experienced enough of both to be able to sing from both sides of that. So.
And that's what makes a good storyteller, a good songwriter.
Yeah, I think you have to experience 3.5 months to 3.5 years of heartbreak or love to be able to write 3.5 minutes of experience. So.
Yeah, that's so magic.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you don't think about, I'm going to write about this during the moment, but it's after the fact when you're actually in a good mood that you're like, I'm going to sit down and write a song. And you're like, it's all coming out, so.
So I read something, speaking of songwriting, that your mom, it was like her birthday and you were in a session and you called her up and she just said, just write me a great record, and you wrote a song called All Over.
Yeah, that's a true story. My mom's very selfless, and she's the type of girl that, you tell her, ask her what she wants on her birthday, and she wishes something good for you, and that's what happened that day. So I ended up writing a song that's one of her favorites, and it ended up being a crowd favorite, and the label loved it, and I was lucky enough to put it out a couple months ago. So it's done well, and I'm excited about it.
So is that one we could hear today, maybe?
If you want to, yeah, I'd love to.
I would love to hear the song you wrote because your mom inspired you.
Yeah. She didn't necessarily inspire the topic of the song, but she inspired. She blessed the song with good luck on her birthday, so which inspired the whole the pressure of that day being I have to do well today. So.
Right. All right. So we are here at MusicTown Detroit with Cale Dodds. He's a new country singer that you need to know, and he's gonna perform a song for us right now called All Over.
All right.
Hope you like it, and make sure you comment so we can check the comments and talk to Cale if you've got something you want to say.
Yeah, and I'm sure Lindy Dodds is probably tuned in right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and
hi, Mom.
Since I didn't get my call in this morning, I'm gonna look right in the camera and say, "Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you." And happy belated birthday. Her birthday actually was this past weekend, so happy belated birthday, Mom. The song's called All Over. Same place we go every weekend. I walked in, ordered a drink, and saw her. Wish I didn't see him. Damn, wish I didn't see him. Funny how fast these things happen. Jokes on me, but no one's laughing. It's not that I hate her, nah, I just hate that we're strangers. She's all over me. It looks like she finally found what she needs. But watching her dancing over there all over him, the one thing's easy to see, that she's all over me. Yeah, she's all over me. Well, I don't wanna make it weird for her. So I'm gonna stay clear of her, 'cause I might say something I regret. Like I miss you, wish you never left. She's all over me. Looks like she finally found what she needs. Watching her dancing over there all over him. The one thing's easy to see, that she's all over me. Yeah, she's all over me. I don't wanna fight the guy she's with, 'cause she looks happy with whoever he is. Watching him hold her, wish I could do it all over, but she's all over me. She's all over me. She's all over me. Looks like she finally found what she needs. Watching her dancing over there all over him. The one thing's easy to see, that she's all over me. Yeah, she's all over me now. She's all over me. She's all over me. She's all over me.
Woo!
Thank you.
That was beautiful. Cale Dodds, everybody. We are live in MusicTown Detroit, Valentine's Day.
Special day.
Special day.
What's your favorite Valentine's Day memory? Your best one? And I know you're trying to erase your high school memories, apparently. 'Cause you threw out all your yearbooks. So what's your favorite? What sticks out to you?
What sticks out to me? Probably the first year that I met my husband. I was living in Chicago, and he really spoiled me over the top. You know, did the whole romantic roses and the dinner.
Do you have a book or a blog or something that us men can figure out how to not make mistakes?
How to get the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably my, when you first find love and it's, so brand new. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So, speaking of like finding love, who was your first crush?
God.
What posters, Cale Dodds, were on your wall
Oh, this is
as a
easy.
young kid growing
This
up?
is easy. Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Wow.
Super easy. Done. Yeah.
Done.
I mean, what guy, what millennial male
Right?
would not say that? Either that or Winnie Cooper off the Wonder Years.
Oh, yeah.
Fred and Ben Savage were brothers, and they actually, they both starred on those shows. So it's funny that those are the two that stick out to me. But
That was it.
yeah, that's the first guy girl thing I had in my mind. I was like, there's hair under my arms. What's happening? I was like 19. I'm kidding. No, I do remember that though. It was just a very it's the first things you think about. Regarding that question, we run home from school and watch that show every day.
Yep.
So.
And now here you are, country's next big thing.
I hope so. I
So
love that setup.
yeah.
You can take that title.
So hopefully a lot of young girls out there are going to have your posters on their wall.
Hopefully not as a dartboard. I'm sure I got a couple ex-girlfriends that on Valentine's Day today they're throwing, licking chocolate and throwing it at it to stick.
Oh my goodness. So you've got an EP that came out last year. You got yourself a record deal with Warner Music.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
Now we're getting ready to have your first single on the radio.
Yeah. I'm pumped. It's one of those things where I've been in Nashville a few years, and I was, touring around in a couple different bands, and then as I was pursuing my artist stuff, I was writing songs, with and for other artists and other friends. But in the meantime, I was writing songs for myself, but trying to wait till I found what I felt like were the collection of songs that represented me. And as soon as I did that and, put some of those songs out, that's when management happened. That's when the record label happened and the publishing deal and the booking agency. And it feels like I'm excited because I feel like I'm at a time right now where, I have a full team and I'm finally going to radio with my stuff. So
yeah, I've been working so hard.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite thing about Nashville?
Favorite thing about Nashville? That's a loaded question. It really is unlike any other city. I'm lucky enough to be able to travel around and see so many beautiful places all the time. But there's something about there is just very very unique, unparalleled energy in Nashville that I don't feel like exists anywhere else.
Yeah,
But
I would agree.
To that comment, though, there's stuff about Detroit that I feel like is unparalleled with anywhere else. I mean, I think a lot of cities, especially the bigger ones, have a certain thing about them. New York feels like New York.
Yeah.
Maybe some places remind you of it, but nothing's like New York. But there's cities that feel exactly the same as others, but there's something about Nashville, and especially speaking for myself selfishly, there's a creative energy there that I feel like I visited when I was 17 years old with no plans of moving there. I just didn't know. And it occurred to me later in life that was the reason that I went up there, and I just knew I had to get back. So there's something that I can only find that's there amongst my peers and my creative team that it's inspiring to come out here.
Yeah.
I get that energy there, but I come out here but as much as I need that, it's simultaneous. I need this. Those two things to me, touring and writing, are interdependent. For me as an artist, I have to tour. I have to go home and write. I have to go back on tour. So,
yeah. It's a grind.
It is, but I love it. And I feel like when you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do, you don't look at it as work. I mean, it is exhausting. There are times when my eyes are bloodshot and I've got sunglasses on, but it's like it feels like what I'm supposed to be doing, and just eat more candy, and
just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
So let's talk about this single,
Yeah.
Take You Back.
Okay.
Tell us a little about the story behind the song, and then of course we want to hear it.
So when I moved to Nashville a couple years ago, I say a couple, I'm 6 years in, 6.5 years
Time
in.
goes by fast.
Time goes by fast. There was a while there where I was, shortly after moving there, where I was living in a garage. It was just the situation that I had. It was no bigger really than two pieces of this carpet right here put together, and it was cheap. It was like $300 a month cash, and I was single, and I was taking a nap there at night, writing in the morning, writing in the afternoon, going to the studio at night, and then on the weekends I'd go on the road. So it was like I didn't really care. It's all I had, and it was what it was. But there was something so inspiring about it. I would wake up multiple nights with these ideas, these random melodies or song ideas, and I'd reach for my phone, amongst the one, fluorescent bulb hanging down, swinging like a detective's light, and I would just try to, grab my phone and record these thoughts in there. And for the longest time, I had so many of these ideas from the garage. I call them ideas from the garage. And I was lucky enough to have those songs as I brought them into sessions that have carried over that are now going on my record. Take You Back started as a melody that I kept just singing over and over again, waking up with in my head. And finally, after just so long, years of having the melody, I finally found what I wanted it. I found a lyric that I wanted it to mesh with, and I brought it into a session with two guys that I write a lot of my songs with that co-produced my record. And it was just one of those serendipitous days that the melody and the lyric matched up, and the creative energy was in the room. We recorded it, we demoed it, we sent it to the label, and it was Here I Am, my first single. So.
Wow. And let's hear it.
It is. This is Take You Back, and we actually just shot a video for it in Malibu. And
cool.
And just got it back, and just went to CMT last week, so excited to share that as well. So
yeah.
Here it is. This is Take You Back.
It's Cale Dodds, everybody.
Girl, it's so good to see you. Crazy, I can't believe you in the same bar at the same time as me tonight. Let me buy you a drink, catch me up on Lifeline. How's your mom? Does she still ask about me? And do your friends say you're better off without me? Well, how about you? If it was up to me and you wanted to, yeah, I'd take you back to when I was the guy that was with you. Back to the nights that you always end up back in your backseat, kissing in your driveway. If I had it my way, I'd take you back to the back row, miss the whole movie. You're the only thing I was watching, 'cause we couldn't stop it. So why did we stop it? If we still got it, you don't gotta ask. Yeah, I take it back. I take you back. I take you back. It looks like you're single, no diamond on your finger. If you ain't waiting for someone, then I'll be that someone like I used to be. for tonight, it's alright with me. I take you back to when I was the guy that was with you. Back to the nights that we'd always end up back in your backseat, kissing in your driveway. If I had it my way, I'd take you back to the back row. Miss the whole movie, you're the only thing I was watching. We couldn't stop it, so why did we stop it? If we still got it, you don't gotta ask. I'd take you back to that goodbye and trade it for a good time. And tell me, have you ever thought about picking up where we left off? Cause if you have, well, I'd take you back. I take you back to when I was the guy that was with you. Back to the nights that we always end up back in your backseat, kissing in your driveway. If I had it my way, I'd take you back to the back row. Miss the whole movie, you're the only thing I was watching. Cause we couldn't stop it, so why did we stop it? If we still got it, you don't gotta ask. I'd take you back, yeah, I'd take you back. Take you back. Well, I take you back. I take you back. I take you back.
Love it.
Thank you.
Yay! It's a brand new single from Cale Dodds called Take You Back. So make sure you get that on Spotify, download it, iTunes, call the radio station.
Call the radio station.
And request that song because we want to hear more of Cale Dodds for sure. So we have a couple listeners here, like I mentioned. Do you guys have any questions? You guys are the diehard Twitter stalkers. No, hey. Would you like to come up and ask something? Come on over. So
Yeah,
everybody in Facebook land, this is Lori. She's Kim, sorry. I have so many I can't keep up. She loves WYCD.
That's her Twitter name, Lori.
The Twitter handle is always
Her
different
alias.
from the real name.
Yes.
Go ahead and ask your question.
So you commented about working on a new album. Will there be a full-length album coming out soon?
There will. So I've recorded 6 for the record so far, and I've done something called doubles where I'm putting them out 2 at a time.
Right. Yep.
So
Got
far.
all 6 songs, 3
you're
doubles,
on.
6 songs.
See?
There
Yep.
it is. Well, thank you. Yeah, so I've put 2 out in October, 2 out in November, and I put 2 out in January.
Right.
In January, the 2 of those, the first one of those was the single "Take You
Yeah.
Back." So I'm currently working on the back half of the record, and I don't have a date, but I will be putting out another 6 to complete the full 12. So
Do we have a title?
not for the record, not yet.
How about From the Garage or something?
You know, I'm on to a couple ideas after that. The conversation we just had about thoughts from the garage.
Thoughts
maybe
from
it's
the
like
garage or
maybe it's like
something?
the acoustic version of them. You know how they were originally written or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're onto something there.
something to
Are
think
you,
about.
You looking to do a guest spot or something? Like that? What's going on?
Perhaps.
How's your singing? You do harmonies?
I could do the talk sing
Okay,
thing. You
there we
know?
go.
That would work.
Like Bob Dylan meets Sam Hunt.
Right.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Sam Hunt, I know you were on the tour with him.
Yeah.
And, country music these days has so many branches. I mean, you have artists like, Maren Morris is teaming up with Zedd and
Right.
Niall Horn, and you have Florida Georgia Line and BB Rexa. So what do you think about that? And is that a way you'd like to go?
I'm a fan of music. I always have been. Growing up, my dad driving around and, the shotgun seat of his Bronco, he always had it on country music and Tom Petty.
Yeah.
And Mom would come pick us up from school and her Suburban, and it would, it'd be top 40. I just love good music, and I don't care if it's. And I also don't believe in guilty pleasure. Like, that's just part of just something I've just always believed. Like if there's something that you listen to by yourself in your car, and it's only something that you listen to by yourself in the car because you don't want anyone else to know you listen to it, I just don't believe in that. So. If it's Gangnam Style and you want to turn it up and crank it, who cares? Like, listen to it,
Do I look like a Gangnam Style kind of girl?
You don't, but it was the first thing that came to mind. I don't know. So I'm a fan of if you like something and it moves you in whatever way, believe in that and listen to it. So that being said, I listen to everything. I do have, heavier influences more than others, but I would love to think that, especially we're at a place right now, I think, just even with technology, and there's so much music that the genres are just kind of, they're crossing. You have Marion doing stuff with Zedd. You know?
It's crazy.
You have there's so many different examples of, FGL and BB Rexa. There's so many things. So I am open for sure. I don't have an ideal person or collaboration, but I'm totally open to the idea of doing something outside of the genre of country for sure. I definitely have those influences and would love to think that there's a spot or maybe a place in my writing or something I've already done musically that could welcome a collaboration.
Right. So who do you secretly listen to? Are you a Beyonce fan?
I will say this. I went to the Beyonce concert, with some friends, and it blew my mind. The production and everything was something I've never seen. It was the LP Field in Nashville, and I think it took 3 days to set up the production. I mean, it was just next level.
She's powerful.
Yeah. So that was pretty wild. But as far as what do I secretly listen to?
What don't you want anyone to know, but we all want to know?
I don't know what the answer to that is, but I will say there's some shockers.
Metallica.
I'm from South Georgia, so that was like, Little League. We'd walk out to
Sandman.
Right, exactly. I don't know. It shocks people to hear that I'm a fan of, like, I don't know. I mean, I love big pop songs too. So like, there's some One Direction songs that he's shaking his head no over there. Yeah, I mean, there's good pop songs, Everybody wanna steal my girl. It's just a big pop song, I don't know. I'm shameless. I mean, I could go from Dylan to listening to Harry Styles' new record, to listening to Justin Timberlake, to throwing on some Pink Floyd, Yeah. It's just kind of how we grew up, and
right.
I don't know. I'll have to think about the selfish or
Next
the
time
shameless.
we meet, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll just get his phone and go check out
That
his,
probably would be the way to
playlist.
find the answer. Yeah. Shameless though. I don't believe in guilty pleasure.
Oh, well, Cale Dodds, thank you so much for coming to Detroit.
Thank you so much, and thank y'all for having me and taking your time out today to invite me
play
in the
for
studio,
us.
and all the listeners for taking time out to come in. I know.
Everybody watching on Facebook, we appreciate it. Make sure you share this.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't clear your history.
Yeah.
Be proud of it.
Do you have one more song in you, or do you have a favorite cover song you like to play, or do you want to do one of your originals? I mean, we'll hear whatever you want to do for us.
How about
like, what's your favorite song to sing live when the crowd's into it and you're into it?
I'll do this one. This is one that it is one of the first that I put on my project that led to a record deal, and the whole gamut of having a team, and this one is we re-recorded it for the record. So I'm gonna do a song called "Lying" that also started in the garage, but I'm glad that it got out of the garage. You know what I'm saying? We'll let the door open and we'll just get a leaf blower and blew it all out, so we didn't have to vacuum. It was great. This song's called "Lying." Weren't supposed to be there, parts on the beach where sand felt more like an hourglass. We were both pretending summer wouldn't end if we stayed there right on the front of that Pontiac, kicking back, driver's side window cracked, the radio up, just the two of us lying on the hood of my car, under the stars, falling as hard as they were. Didn't know we didn't mean it, swore we believed it, and took it too far. She said forever, I said I never let her out of these arms, when the truth is we were just lying on the hood of my car. Well, I can still remember bare feet on the fender, saw waves in her hair from the water. The engine wasn't running, but it heated up when she tossed that tank top off of that Pontiac, breathing fast, hearts beating over that radio all the way up. No, we weren't just lying on the hood of my car, under the stars, and falling as hard as they were. Didn't know we didn't mean it, swore we believed it, and took it too far. She said forever, I said I never let her out of these arms, but the truth is we were just lying lying on the hood of my car. We had that backseat packed up with all my stuff when we promised that we'd keep in touch. It turns out that we were just lying on the hood of my car under the stars and falling as hard as they were. Didn't know we didn't mean it, I swore we believed it, took it too far. She said forever, I said I'd never let her out of these arms. But the truth is we were just lying, lying on the hood of my car. We were lying on the hood of my car. And she said forever, I said I'd never, lying on the hood of my car.
Woo! Cale Dodds, everybody. Thanks again for coming by
Thank you so
MusicTown
much for
Detroit
having me.
with WYCD. Thanks for watching, and make sure you check out this artist, Cale Dodds. He's the next big thing in country music, and you got to see him first.
Thanks for tuning in.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.